Good morning, good morning, good morning, my beautiful people. Hope everybody's having a beautiful, beautiful hump day. Let me know where you are. Let me know where you're watching from. You already know where I am. New Orleans at the bottom of the map. It is a beautiful Wednesday. It is beautiful out here in New Orleans. Not too hot, not too cold. Enjoyable weather. I think that I'm going to go and get me some crawfish and go just sit probably somewhere and just free my mind because I've had a lot of stuff on my mind. But let me know where you are. Let me know where you watching from. Let me know what y'all are up to on this beautiful day. Hey, for Sean, my beautiful baby from New Jersey. How are you? I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna get me some crawfish. I think that I'm gonna just go and woosah. Hey, Darius. What's up, Anthony from GA? How you doing? How you looking out there in Georgia? My baby is actually about to go out there for the summer. Her dad stays out there. Cynthia, what you doing out there in Texas, girl? How you doing? But I don't think that many people understand. If you follow me, if you watch my videos, if you comment on any of my posts, that I actually pay attention to what people say. And I think that people look at me and may not understand that I actually have feelings. That I actually do, I am a human flesh. You can touch me, you can hug me, kiss me. I'm a person. So people can say things that really get under your skin, and then people think that you are just this anti-human and nothing should bother you. Well, that's completely unrealistic because I'm a person. Things bother me. And one of the things that bother me is when people come under a post, under a video I have, hey Charlie, and they're like, well, oh, that's not true, and that's not what's happening, and no, women need to learn to do this. Hey, thank you. Women need to learn to do this, and no, men would do this, and women do that, and when I was, my husband do this, and listen to me. Please, 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 please listen to me. Life is bigger than you. Life is bigger than your experiences. Just because if what I'm talking about doesn't pertain to you does not mean it's not relevant. It just means it's not relevant to your life situation, or that may not be your reality. But that does not mean that it's not someone else's reality. So if it's not about you, then move on. If your husband is not the one cheating, then this is not for you. But it's for someone who is going through it. It's for someone who is dealing with the situation. Oh, thank you. Thank you, life. It's for someone who is dealing with that. Just because you're not dealing with that does not mean the topic is irrelevant. No, I was never raped as a child. My daughter was never raped. No, my father was in the home. I didn't have an absent father in the home, but somebody did. The reason I talk about the subjects I talk about, the reason I post the things I post, the reason I address the subjects that I address is because life is bigger than me. And I'm not the only one that has to live in this thing called life. So I want to address things that people deal with. And just because it's not my reality right now, does not mean it won't be my reality. You never know. If just because it's not your situation today doesn't mean it won't be your situation tomorrow. So you don't care because your husband not cheating, but guess what? It may be your husband cheating tomorrow. Just because it ain't your teenager running crazy don't mean it won't be your teenager another day. So if we stop getting out the mind frame of since it's not me, I don't care. Why in the world? First of all, you got to understand something. If people are jacked up, this world is jacked up, which means it's going to affect you in some type of way. Okay? Listen to what I'm saying. I'm trying to, my children have never been jumped, raped. They never been exposed to drugs or anything like that. So I'm raising them the best I can But when I raise them, they still have to go into a world who has people who deal with those things. So even though my children haven't been exposed to it, they're going to be exposed to people who have been exposed to it. They're going to go to the playground. People deal with that in their schools, in their playground. My children are going to be in a world full of rapists, drug dealers, molesters, people who have lost their loved ones, who go for broken homes, who deal with drugs. This is what reality is. And just because it's not my reality does not mean it's not my neighbor's reality. And just because it's not my household don't mean it won't affect my household. Murderers, just because you didn't raise a murderer don't mean you won't be subject to murder. You're in an environment that has that stuff going on. And if we don't care enough about the environment, we're not going to change anything because we're exposed to the environment. You're exposed to these things. Thank you for Sean. Hey, Ari. Hey, Jesse. As long as you just see stuff through tunnel vision, you will never get the bigger picture of life. And what people don't seem to understand is, whether you want to agree or not, something is wrong if it doesn't bother you to hear about other people's pain. I don't want to know that a teenager just got murdered or killed. No, it's not my teenager, but it still doesn't feel good. It doesn't have to be my child. It doesn't have to be my husband. It doesn't have to be my family to bother me. I couldn't imagine burying my daughter or burying my son, but there are people every day who are doing these things, who have to bury their teenagers and have to catch their husbands in lies and catch their wives who's just out here treating them. This is reality, y'all. People are not right. People are messed up. And this is our neighbors. This is our family. This is our friends. This is our coworkers. This is everyday life. So you cannot look at life in a box only from what you deal with, because life is so much bigger than what you deal with. And at the end of the day, if all you see is what you deal with, you're missing a world full of greatness also. You're missing a world full of life. I have had a lot of negativity in my life. But if I only look at life through that vision, I'm going to miss the positive that can come. I'm going to miss the greater things that life has to offer. You cannot box yourself in your experiences. You can't do it. You're going to miss so much. You're going to be blind to so much. You're going to miss so much that life has to offer. You're going to miss so much because you only want to be in your bubble. But life is so much bigger than your bubble. Life is so much bigger than your children. Life is so much bigger than your marriage. And we have become a world that only care about our damn self. And as long as it ain't me, I don't care. But guess what? The same way you felt like it was you, the day it becomes you, you're going to wish that somebody else cared. I don't want to wait till I don't want to wait till it's my teenager to get out there marching. I don't want to wait till I'm Trayvon Martin's mother, and now I care. So now it's a big deal because it hit my front door. That's just like New Orleans. Oh, New Orleans, you lived it up, you partied, you did everything. But guess what? You didn't see how many years Florida got hit with storm after storm after storm. Oh, but now when Katrina hit us, now you feel a pinch. Now you understand. But these people, state was hitting it year after year. Did you even donate $10? That could probably put food in someone else's mouth. But no, you can look at it all day until it's you. You can laugh and joke about it all day until it's you. But guess what? The same way people need prayers, you never know if that day gonna come where it's you that need it. And you gonna wish somebody prayed for you just like somebody was wishing you prayed for them when it was them. I don't want to walk around and see people hurting and broken. I don't want to walk around and see people misused and mistreated. What kind of human being am I if I just don't care? If I see tears falling down the face of somebody and I don't have an act of compassion on nobody. We are selfish people who only see things through our eyes. If you come on my page and you see multiple posts about multiple things, that does not mean that it's me that's dealing with it. That just means that it's a reality that somebody is dealing with. And maybe today they needed to hear a word of encouragement. Maybe today they needed somebody to address the issue. Maybe they needed someone to talk about it because they don't know how. Everybody's not bold. Everybody's not upfront. Everybody's not comfortable with voicing things that they go through. But it feels good to know that somebody somewhere else across the world understands other than them. Somebody else in such a careless world, we need somebody who cares. And I think we have missed that. We don't care about each other. You rather talk about somebody that got some beat up shoes, but you got 5 pairs of shoes in your closet you don't even wear. That's how we have become. Before I look at a person and talk about them, if I have something that could change them, why not change? Especially if you've been there before. Especially. There's too many women who know what it feels like to be cheated and hurt by a man, not helping a woman who's going through it. There's too many men out here who know what it feels like to not have a job and not be able to provide for their family, to not reach out to a man who's currently going through it. Hey, Kim, there's too many people out here who know what it feels like to lose a mother, to not comfort somebody who just lost their mother. Your testimony was meant for someone else. Your storm was meant for someone else. We come out of our storm and we watch somebody else going in the storm and we don't offer them a raincoat or umbrella or nothing. We just watch them get drenched and wet. So you want people to go through what you went through. So you cool with watching people have the same problems you have, the same heartbreak you have. It's okay with you to watch somebody else live the same tragedy you live, and you just feel like, guess what? People say experience is the best teacher, but everybody don't have to go through the same thing. I'd rather offer you the information, offer you the help, and if you reject it, then that's on you if you reject it. But everybody don't have to touch the fire to know it's hot. Why are we missing the opportunity to show love and kindness and help to each other? You may not have a dime in your pocket, but your story can help somebody. Why? Ask yourself this: why don't I care enough? Why don't I care enough? I'm not going to watch a little girl run down the street and every time I see her, she don't have a decent pair of shoes on, and my daughter got 5,000 pairs of shoes in her closet she don't wear, and I don't even so much as offer the little girl a pair of shoes or go to her mom and be like, girl, what size your baby wear? Girl, my baby got all kind of shoes she don't wear. Let me give you these shoes, girl. What size dress your baby wear? Girl, my baby got dresses, girl. We ain't gonna do nothing but give them away. We watch tragedy, and we actually have something that can help change the tragedy, and we don't do nothing with it. Absolutely nothing. All it takes is for you to plant a seed, because the world is already planting enough bad seeds. Them drug dealers out there getting them little boys, recruiting them as young. So what's wrong with us recruiting them as young? I see a girl out here, she dressing, provocative, she young, she got boy. Baby, all it takes, girl, you looking good, that hair look good, open the door. Many people say you get rejected, but you get rejected sometimes by the way you open the door. Open the door and people knock on the door. Watch how you knock on people's door and they might just let you in. When I see a young girl, if I'm sitting here like, girl, look, you need to pull that skirt down, that's just too cheap, she's not going to listen to me. She's already in a state of rebellion. She's already in a state looking for attention. But if I say, I like your hair, that's pretty. What color is that? I just opened the door for conversation. And the next day I see her. Girl, you got some nice shoes on. You know what? I got some jeans that'll go with them shoes. What size you wear? How old are you? You know you beautiful? Do you know that? And open the door of comfort. When you open the door of comfort, Many times people will let you in. But there's no comfort, so people are afraid to talk. People don't know how to receive you in such a world that's full of deceit and judgment. I be damned. I sit here and talk about any young girl. When I was out here with my short skirts on, baby, let me tell you something. When I was in them clubs, Bridget had to be short, tight, and right. I'm letting you know now. Especially when I used to be skinny in high school and I started curving out. Oh, baby, my dresses was, yes. So I'm not going to look up on this little girl and act like I don't know where she's at. You got to catch the fish before you clean them. We trying to clean up fish we ain't caught yet. Reel them in, then clean them. That's the only way, y'all. You see a young boy out here getting into so much trouble, find out what he good at. He may be out here getting in trouble, but every day you might see him dribbling the basketball. You know what you do? Boy, I see you good with that basketball. You know how to shoot a little bit? Come on, let's go to the park. Let me see what you got. And the door is open. You have now opened the door. You have now opened a place where he is comfortable with you. There's enough people in the world watering the bad seeds. Who's going to water the good seeds? Everybody. I don't care how much you want to say a woman combative, she mean, she messy. She has something good in her. I don't care if he's a drug dealer, drug user, whatever. He has something good in him. Tap into the good. We have to. We have to tap into the good in the world that's tapping into the negative. And you have had enough negative to know what it feels like. Thank you, Kim. I had to have somebody tap into my positive. I had to have somebody tell me when I was wrong. I had to have somebody show me true love, compassion, and kindness in order for me to grow up. Y'all, we have enough. You may not know the Bible front to back. You may not have all the money in the world. You may not have much, but you have something that you can offer somebody. And as long as you don't look at life in that way, you're going to miss the opportunity to be a blessing to somebody else in a society that you're affected in. In a world where these young girls, why wouldn't I want to change these young girls into being wholesome young ladies when I'm trying to get my son to marry one? So if I just walk around and let all the little young girls carry themselves like whores, what do I have to look forward to when my son wants to be married? If we all walk around and act like we don't see these boys as drug dealers, thugs, and everything, but your daughter is coming up and she's going to need a husband, that's what she has to look forward to be married to? That should bother you. It bothers me to see a cycle that nobody wants to break, or at least attempt to try. I may not, y'all, thank y'all for all y'all compliments. I read all the comments. Just because I'm talking don't mean I'm not reading what y'all saying. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Rose. Thank you, Kim, everybody, for all y'all saying. I may not reach 1 million. I may reach 1 million. I don't care. But my aim is to try to reach somebody. And if everyone reach one, we could reach everybody. All it takes is a heart that wants change to bring change. If you have a heart to want to bring change, you can bring change. You don't have to be Sojourner Truth, Malcolm X, Dr. Martin Luther King, but you have something that you can bring to the table.
You about to back out?
In a little while.
Yeah.
So just think about it. Next time you see somebody that resembles you or something that you used to do, you know. Try to bring a difference, to make a difference. I'm going to get my crawfish. Hey.